Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, trying to keep myself busy, so went through the bottom of the barrel junk parts and assembled another motor. Now, this was in the junk box because obviously it's missing the E-unit. And secondly, both of the studs on this side plate were stripped, so I just threw it in the parts box. Probably originally snagged the parts out of it. Anyway, made an interesting discovery tonight that, as you notice, I've got two mismatched nuts on this, but they're both the same thread. Anyway, both of these had been stripped. So I took a pair of needle nose pliers and slightly compressed the threads on both of these studs, just literally squeezed them to flatten them, which of course brings them closer together. And then put these nuts on, and it actually tightened down quite well. So as long as you're not continually taking them off, that should be a virtually permanent repair. There is no reason to remove that brush plate. You can take the brushes out using a sewing needle, so you don't need to remove that brush plate for anything at all. Anyway, it's up and running. It's got matching wheels. It's got a bit of rust on the push rod there, but it actually runs quite well. Let me turn the power on. So this is going to be its first trip around the rail. I ran it on the bench. This is running on DC. So as you see, that's running absolutely perfectly. That's 6.5 volts right there. Okay, there's 7.5 volts. Now it runs forward only, but it runs. That's the neat thing about it. This was absolute trash. This was stuff they had already stripped for parts once. But since I have very little to do, I'm keeping myself busy. I had enough parts to do it with, even down to having matching wheels. So I have 2 armatures left, 3 side plates, 1 defective E-unit. Now, I probably have enough parts to assemble 1 more of these, but it wouldn't be matching wheels, that's for sure. But anyway, as you see, it runs really well. That's why I always stress, don't overlook the junk. Just because something's junk when you get it, doesn't mean it's going to be junk when you're finished with it. As you see, this is a perfectly running motor. It runs forward only, yes, but it has a headlight and it's running just absolutely splendidly. As you see, it's like I always stress, if you have a way to pull the wheels and a way to press them back on, you can fix anything you can find. These motors are really simple. Once you get to know these things, you can teach a child to repair them. I mean, they're really that simple. There's only a couple parts in them. As you see, this is running just absolutely splendidly. So perhaps I'll repair another 400 shell and actually make use of this. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As I always stress, don't overlook the junk. This is made completely out of parts. So, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.